Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94 here, back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to the homie Maverick. Hey, man, make sure I go subscribe to the homie channel. Run them likes up, the views up, the comments up, subscribers up over there on his channel. And, yeah, man, without further ado, man, we finna get right into this. This is the 5 favorite Naruto fights and 5 favorite Dragon Ball Z fights. Off rip. For like Naruto. Man, that's a tough one. Naruto is tough, bro, because the action on there is kind of shit, bro. But on Dragon Ball Z, shit. Basically, any fights where they solo. Any solo fights. I don't like team up fights. I don't like when the power of friendship and niggas fuse and come together. I hate those fights. I only like the solo fights, bro. Only solo fights only, bro. I like to see the solo fights. But other than that, though, we gonna get right into this, though. Let's see what Maverick talking about. Let's get it.
What's going on, Ian, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Maverick, bringing you back to yet another dope list video. This time around, we're going to talk about my 5 favorite Naruto fights and 5 favorite Dragon Ball Z fights. Now, the only rules of the criterion are this. 1, ain't going to be no honorable mentions, because I could easily make a part 2 of this. And number 2, for Naruto, I'm including fights from both part 1, when he's a 13-year-old boy, and part 2 when he's a teenager. Okay, so I'm doing both part 1 and Shippuden. It's not gonna be an even spread. There's gonna be 2 fights from part 1 and then like maybe 3 from Shippuden that I liked. Okay, and then as far as Dragon Ball Z is concerned, we're talking about strictly Z. We're not talking about OG Dragon Ball. We're not talking about Daima. We're not talking about Super. We're not talking about superheroes. We're not talking about GT. We're talking about strictly Dragon Ball Z. And this is the build hype for me eventually streaming my Naruto and my Dragon Ball Z panels, where I will talk about these fights when we review the story arcs with the audience live and in person. So if you guys are into this, man, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and also, if you're new, man, at least leave a like for the fact that I have a Dragon Ball. At least leave a like that I have a Dragon Ball here. In fact, I have all 7, but I'm not gonna bomb them all on camera for y'all. Okay, I got all 7 though. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive right into this. Without further ado, I'm gonna try to blitz through this as fast as I can. Coming in 5th place for Naruto, we got Sasuke and Itachi versus Kabuto. Well, Edo Itachi, because Itachi was dead, but he got brought back through the reanimation. And I put this fight in here because if I had to pick a fight from the war arc that resonated with me the most, it's this one. Because not only did they want Kabuto's cocky, pompous ass. Oh, no. This was very crucial in turning Sasuke back babyface. Like, this planted the seeds. Granted, he was going to destroy the Hidden Leaf before this, and then after this fight, he decided not to destroy the leaf, but to become the Hokage and change it. And I'm like, this is kudos for Sasuke for realizing that he was going down the wrong path this whole time. You know what I'm saying? Because after he found out the truth about the Leaf's politics and why the clan had to die and why they did what they had to do with Itachi, he wanted to destroy the Hidden Leaf for it. But Itachi was, pretty much reassured him that, look, this is not how I wanted it to happen. This is exactly what I wanted you to do. And furthermore, you don't have to forgive me, but as your brother, I'm gonna love you always. And that was his very last words to him. Furthermore, solidifying that Itachi was a good guy this whole entire time, there's kind of been inklings that he was that, because in part 1 when he fought Kakashi and Asuma and Kurenai, he told Asuma and Kurenai that his desire wasn't to kill him. And then when he put Kakashi in the Tsukuyomi, he tortured him, but he didn't kill him. You know what I'm saying? Every other Katsuki member, when they ran out, killed their opposition. Itachi was one of the ones who didn't. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, and on top of that, it felt good to see Kabuto go down, because Kabuto is one of my least favorite characters in this whole entire franchise, because all he ever did was talk shit. That is, a Nagi got put on him and he got forced to remove the Edo Tensei, thus Itachi having a hand of saving the ninja world twice. You know what I'm saying? and he helped Sasuke become babyface, like I said. And you know, Itachi pretty much took the lead this whole entire fight. Sasuke was just, you know,
I agree.
You know, support. Okay,
I agree.
but yeah, I had to put this in there because, you know, Itachi. Y'all know how I feel about Itachi. My personal goat for Naruto. But anyway, went on to fifth place for Dragon Ball Z. I felt like it would be egregious if I didn't put this fight here, but I really like Goku's first fight versus Vegeta. Was it long? Yes. Was it worth it? Yes.
Yeah, that was a fire ass fight, bro. What we talking about? That's a fire, bro. Bro, this should be everybody's introduction into Dragon Ball Z, bro. Like, watching this fight is your introduction, bro. Because once you watch this, you're hooked. They hooked you in. They got you, bro. You a Dragon Ball Z fan now. Go get your Dragon Balls. Go get your Goku t-shirts. You're hooked now. This drew me in right here. Very first one I saw, bro, with my cousins and shit. They put me onto this shit because I was like big on the Power Rangers. It was like, man, this nigga always want to watch them kiddie ass shows. I need to put you onto another show, bro. This show fire right here. Nigga, they showed me this fight right here. Nigga, I've been hooked ever since, bro. For real. Shout out to my cousin.
Was it epic? Yes. Did Goku win? Maybe not exactly outright. Because once Vegeta put the artificial moon and turned grade 8, man, oof. It was curtains for Goku. But the number one reason why this fight is in here is because of the narrative it told, because Vegeta was, you know, on his high horse talking about, you're a low-class Saiyan. You were thrown out with the rest of the trash. And then Goku sold thesis, well, even a reject can surpass an elite if he trains hard enough. And this is the ultimate thesis of hard work defeating natural talent. And this is where Kishimoto got that thesis from until he eventually had to ignore it. But yeah, man, shout out Akira Toriyama, rest in power to him. But yeah, man, this whole fight was gas. Like, we saw the Kaioken and Goku had to push his body to the limit. And then the epic beam struggle between the Kamehameha and the Gallic gun. Iconic. And this was the very first sighting of Goku charging up a spirit bomb. It wasn't the large one like we're used to seeing, but still. It still was a functional one, for lack of a better term. Excuse me.
Hey, yo.
I had to burp. But yeah, man. This fight was gas, start to finish, man. It was just the beginning of the epicness that Dragon Ball Z would eventually come into. You know what I'm saying? And this is why, from a writing aspect, Saiyan Saga is top tier. Coming in fourth place for Naruto. It would be egregious for me not to put this fight in the top 5, because for the life of me, I could not leave Rock Lee versus.
Low key, this is my favorite one, bro. This a low key favorite, bro. It's an underrated favorite. I wouldn't put it at my number 1, but this one of them motherfucking ones, nigga, for real though. Most definitely. This was one of them ones, bruh. Watching Rock Lee handle this nigga, watching Rock Lee help get this nigga the business, but ultimately, yeah. And you was rooting for him. We were rooting for him. You was like, yeah, Rock Lee, get his ass. Get him. Oh, man, bruh. Yeah, you was rooting for Rock Lee, bro.
To this day.
Man, this was a good ass fight, though.
Gaara off there, because this is actually the first time we actually see Gaara get physically hurt. When throughout this whole entire anime, we've seen Gaara being put on as this unbeatable tank, you feel me, and a raging beast for the lack of a better term, a raging beast. You know what I mean? Sorry, I had to yawn. But yeah, man, this whole fight was gas too, because like once a guy told Lee to take off the ankle weights, it was all gas, no brakes. Like, we've never seen Ninja move that fast, like, up to this point in the show. Like, this dude was giving Gara the beats and the primary lotus and all that. And then when he did the reverse lotus, unlocking like 5-6 gates, and was whomping Gara all up and through that damn stadium. If only the gourd that Gara had didn't break his fall, and he didn't break Lee's left and right arm and tried to kill him.
Yeah.
Lee arguably could have won.
He could have.
Lee arguably could have won.
That's still a good ass fight though.
We all know why this fight. This is clearly the best fight of the training exams, and it's no debate. There's no debate. People can debate Sasuke versus Gara, which Sasuke bit Lee's whole fucking flow word for word, bar for bar, thanks to the Sharingan. You could argue Shikamaru versus Tamari because of the intelligence. You can argue Hinata versus Neji because of the blood feud. You can argue Naruto versus Neji because of the avenging. But nah, this fight was gas. Anyway, coming in for Dragon Ball Z, 4th place, we have Goku and the rest of the Z Warriors versus Kid Buu. And this is on there because when I was a child and I owned the Dragon Ball Z games and I was watching it at the same time the anime premiered in America on Toonami, man, I was on the Buu arc, and on the Budokai Tenkaichi video games, I was in the Buu arc. Man, Kid Buu was a tough son of a bitch to beat. Made me rage quick. I almost broke controllers because of this fucker. You know what I'm saying? It took me until I finally watched this fight to finally get over on Kid Buu, because man, it didn't matter how many moves I threw at him, he always find a way to counter him, dodge him, or like do a damn ultimate move on me. It was just hell. But I couldn't wait for Kid Buu to get whumped, because dog, Kid Buu destroyed the whole planet in one stroke, and they had to go to the planet of the Kais to deal with this man. This Kid Buu was as the ultimate menace of Dragon Ball Z. And
yes. This by far is my favorite one. Hands down. The Buu series is my favorite series of the Dragon Ball Z. This is my favorite series, hands down. I just hate that the power of friendship is the only way they could have defeated this nigga, instead of running the ones though. But I get it though. Everybody was getting their ass whooped, so they had to team up and whoop this nigga, bro. You had to jump this nigga, but at the same time, I would have liked to see somebody with them ones though. And
how Goku and company used the Dragon Balls, and how Vegeta helped them stall time. It was just epicness upon epicness. You know what I'm saying? How Hercule eventually helped them, you know what I'm saying, by telling everybody on Earth to put your hands up, creating the universal spirit bomb, the super spirit bomb that eventually took out Kid Buu. It was so satisfying watching him go down. You saw this dude eat people and turn into them, and then have all those same people took into that, only for them to turn into this destructive ass beast. Copying moves from everybody, because he was doing Kamehamehas too. Copying a whole fucking flow word for word, bar for bar. Super Saiyan 3 Goku barely even hanging on to him, but the only difference is Super Saiyan 3 Goku can't sustain that form any longer. He had to go all the way back to base, get help from Dende to tell the Dragon Balls to restore his ki, so that way he could do the Super Spirit Bomb as a Super Saiyan and finally finish him off. It just felt so gratifying. Because at a point, Kid Buu felt unbeatable. And in my personal life and in the video games, Kid Buu felt unbeatable. When I finally saw the end of that, I finally figured out a way to beat Kid Buu. All you got to do is when he spams that ball attack, just Dragon Dash into him and just keep rolling the stick, so that way you kick him away. Because that's all he will do on Tenkaichi 2 and 3. He'll just spam that rolling attack. You know what I'm saying? And then while you're engaging with him, doing melee stuff, just keep doing side and circle, so that way you'll do the instant transmission to the side and catch him off guard. You know what I mean? You'll probably see me implement this strategy when I eventually get to playing the Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi series. You know what I'm saying? Because I plan to play that on this channel for y'all one day. Anyway. Coming in 3rd place for Naruto If you were to ask me why Lee versus Gar isn't my favorite fight, my answer would simply be because Naruto and Sasuke's fight to end part 1 was way more epic. It was way more emotional. It was way more memorable to me.
Yeah.
And not just because Sasuke got put over here, but the fact that not only this iconic shot of them doing Wailing Chidori and Vermilion Rasengan, but us realizing that Sasuke is literally going to Orochimaru to seek power to beat Itachi of his own free will, and Naruto doing what he wants to do, you know, not letting Sasuke go because that's his homie and he doesn't want him deep into the path of darkness, and he doesn't want him, you know, he also wants to keep, you know, the promises that he made to Sakura, you know, of bringing him back. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't go back on his word. That's his ninja. That's his ninja way. You get to see all of that clash. You know what I'm saying? Sasuke saying he could never understand him because Naruto started off with no family, while Sasuke had his family taken away from him. Like, it was just a clash of morals and ideals, culminating in one big bout. And this fight has so many key moments for both of them. Everything from them fighting on the logs to Naruto doing the clone whip around and then smacking Sasuke into his stone, and then him doing that iconic combo where he punches him 4 times and then does a spinning upward kick. Everybody calls that the Sasuke combo, and that eventually came back in Boruto when he had to do that to Momoshiki. I'm not sure, I forgot who he was fighting Boruto, but he did it again, like boom, 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 boom. And that move was so good that in the Ultimate Ninja games, they made Sasuke do that move to set up the Peregrine Falcon drop, which also made a reappearance in this arc when Sasuke was holding Naruto by the shirt. He was like, "It's over, Assault. It's too late, Naruto. It's too late, Naruto." And did the Falcon drop. I'm like, damn. He just broke Naruto's neck. But when Naruto came through and unlocked that One Tail's chakra mode and started one-upping Sasuke, I'm like, there we go, Naruto, there we go. And then when Sasuke got level 2 and this happened, man. And then when Sasuke punched Naruto in the chest instead of killing him, I'm like, wait a minute. He just knocked him out. He didn't kill him. Right? And then when Naruto was alive in the hospital, I was like, oh, thank goodness. And Sasuke had a chance to kill him, but he didn't.
And
also, Naruto scratching Sasuke's forehead protector headband was symbolic of his defection back to Orochimaru. Because ever since then, he'd be ranked as a missing net. But yeah, man, if it weren't for this fight, their second fight wouldn't have been so, you know, culminating. Okay, this was the genesis of it all. But anyway, coming in for third for Dragon Ball Z, I got when Gohan fought Perfect Cell, and this is very key to me because in the first Budokai, Perfect Cell was the bane of my existence. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't take me as long as I did with Kid Buu. Like, I actually beat the game, and then I finally watched this in the anime to see how it actually played out. And how it played out was pretty satisfying to see, because the fact that Gohan was getting beat with an inch of his life, and then it actually took the Cell unleashing the Shell Juniors on his friends. You know what I'm saying? And Cell to pretty much kill Android 16 for him to go Super Saiyan 2.
That's what Gohan locked the fuck in, nigga. That's what Gohan locked the fuck in, nigga. That's what Gohan locked the fuck in and started whooping ass. Nigga saw that shit, he was like,
Man, you know what? I'm tired of you. I'm tired of this shit.
It started whooping ass, bro. That nigga Gohan went crazy, gang.
Fight back, nigga. Fight back, nigga. Fight back.
Like that and beat the absolute brakes off of Cell like you see right here. Man. And Cell getting offended, he was like, "You're a child. Let me be my kid." You know what I'm saying? And then he tried to get buff, and then Gohan hit him in his belly, and he regurgitated anything. I'm like, this dude is beating him with an inch of his life. But why this fight is not number one or number two is that Gohan was playing with his food too much, and that resulted in Goku sacrificing himself because Cell wanted to do the kamikaze and blow himself up. And that resulted in Cell coming back and killing Trunks. And I'm like, see, Gohan, this is what you get for not listening to your dad and finishing him and not playing with your food and finishing him off. Saiyan pride and ego, I swear. In fact, Saiyan pride and ego is what I can describe the Cell art, because if it weren't for Saiyan pride and ego, Vegeta would have never let Cell get perfect form. And yes, I'm 100% to blame Vegeta, because it was Vegeta's fault why Cell even got perfect form, and why Cell fucking why Cell pretty much killed Goku and King Gai and blew himself up after Goku teleported him and King Gai to Otherworld. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree with that.
Cool. If you don't believe that, then forget you. That's all I'm saying. If you don't believe that, forget you. It's Vegeta's fault. It's Gohan's fault. But to see Cell go down after Gohan redeemed himself with the father-son Kamehameha, after he took a hit from Vegeta, and Vegeta redeemed himself by shooting Cell in the back of the head, and Goku was like, "Do it now!" Bam! That father-son Kamehameha was too epic, and I loved every second of it. But yeah, man, shout out Gohan. Sadly, this is just like how Lee reached his peak in the True Exam arc. This is Gohan at his peak right here, because he was never the same again, because he would never learn that he should have finished Buu off when he was Ultimate Gohan in the Majin Buu arc. Unfortunately. But yeah, man, coming in second place for Naruto, I got Sasuke versus Itachi in part 2. Main reason because this fight lived up to the hype that it was built up as. Because we knew once Sasuke got stronger, he was going to whoop Itachi's ass. Or at least that's what, because before then, when in part 1, when Itachi and Sasuke first fought, Sasuke wasn't fucking with no Itachi. Sasuke was not fucking with no Itachi. Absolutely not. But it took Sasuke to train and get stronger with Orochimaru to get to a point where he could actually bang with him to finally be viable. Oops, my bad. I did the scroll on accident. That's my bad. We're not on Dragon Ball Z. We're still on Naruto. And this fight also had a lot of interesting set pieces. Everything from the Shuriken toss to the Fireball Jutsu toss to Sasuke killing the clones and Itachi pretty much letting him know the history of the Uchiha clan. Not the whole history though. And then finding out that Itachi had help from Obito, who we all thought was Madara at the time, to kill the Uchiha clan. And this fight also was the debut of the Susanoo technique, because Itachi showed Sasuke the Susanoo after Sasuke did Kirin to him, which ripped off his Akatsuki cloak. You know what I'm saying? And this made me think, he has all this power with the Toisko blade and Yadamir with his Susanoo, and he just sealed Orochimaru because Sasuke exerted all the curse marks power, and it led to Orochimaru sneaking out of his body, and Itachi knew that was going to be a possibility, so he sealed Orochimaru in a Toisko blade, thus killing him yet again. So after that, and this is also what I mean, emotional. This fight was emotional, because after Itachi sealed away Orochimaru, he starts coughing up blood and having chest pain because he was sick from overuse of the Mangekyo Sharingan. So he walked towards Sasuke and was like, "Those eyes are mine." And then, instead of killing him, he goes and just taps him on the forehead. He goes and just taps Sasuke on the forehead and tells him, "Forgive me, Sasuke, but this is it." And then he dies. And all Sasuke could do was just fall down right next to his dead brother. It kind of felt sad seeing my goat go down like that.
It was hella emotional, bro. It was hella emotional, bro. Kind of hard to watch because of how emotional it was, but good ass fight. But man, hey, I ain't gonna lie, the writers was in a bag. Hey, the writers was in a bag on that one. Boy, that was a good ass fight. I ain't gonna lie, this is low key my number one. Low key my number one, but I'll tell y'all what my real number one is at the end.
It felt kind of sad, but hey, he died for the right cause. Because what he did was make Sasuke look more like a hero. He made Sasuke look more like a hero. And for that, we salute Itachi. Coming in for Dragon Ball Z. We're second place now. We're in second place. I have unpopular opinion, but I think Vegito versus Super Buu is better than Gohan versus Cell. Because this fight was comically ass whooping of epic proportions. Like, Super Buu stood no chance against two of the greatest Dragon Ball Z characters of all time fused together. And you can't say I'm lying. This fight was pure belt to ass. First of all, what started this fight was amazing. After Goku finally convinced Vegeta that they should fuse to beat Majin Buu, he was like, all right. And I'm like, oh, I can't wait till next week. And then next week comes around, he's like, shh, look at me. I'm setting records. Shh. So what do you call a Vegito and a Kakarot together? I guess Vegito sounds about right. And then that was the ultimate line that introduced the ass whooping of epic proportions, because this wasn't your favorite. This has to be my favorite squash match, because even when Vegito got turned into candy, Boo still didn't stand a chance. And the reason why he let himself get absorbed through the barrier is because he wanted to free all of their friends and family. Okay, that wasn't it wasn't because that's not why Vegeta jobbed to him on purpose so that way he could free everybody, which led to Super Buu becoming Kid Buu. And y'all know what happened next. But we all love it. We all love it. We all love how Vegito debuted so many fun techniques, especially the Spirit Sword. You know what I'm saying? Low key, Vegito more proficient. Low key, I'm gonna just say this: out of all the fusions, man, it's a tie between Vegito and Gogeta who's the best, because Gotenks stands no fucking chance. Because Gotenks had ample opportunities to beat Super Buu before it even got to this point, and he failed. So yeah, gotta love that fusion saga part of this of the Majin Buu arc. You gotta, because it's just gas, no brakes. But yeah, Vegito whooped this dude's ass. Anyways, coming in for the last fight for Naruto, the number one fight in Naruto. It should be obvious what it is. It's Naruto versus Pain, and I put this in here because this was a culmination of Naruto's personal arc, just like how it is a culmination of Sasuke's arc. Because if you ask me, if Naruto would have ended after this fight, I wouldn't have been too mad. I wouldn't have been mad. Like, if we got a time skip of the future, like say if it time skipped towards Sasuke being the Shadow Kage and Naruto's inauguration, I would have been fine. Like, I don't think the war arc would have been necessary. You know what I'm saying? Because the war arc did more damage with the canon than it did good. You know what I'm saying? Naruto, after this fight, we got all the praise and all the validation he always sought when he was a child. You know what I'm saying? He became the hero of the Hidden Leaf because of this fight right here, man. And on top of that, you know why this is another reason why this is my favorite fight? Because Naruto got his get back for Jiraiya's death. Yes. Yep. Naruto avenged Jiraiya here. Yeah, dang on right he did. And look at all them olds. And he took out the Pains one by one. And he even crashed out over Hinata, who defended him. Something Sakura should have been doing. But anyway. He even crashed out over Hinata, because when Pain Almighty pushed Hinata, that set Naruto off. He was about to release all 9 tails, and this is the arc where Naruto finally met his dad. where it was confirmed officially that he was fourth Hokage Minato Namikaze's son. Emotional weight, man. This is why I put these two at the highest, because if Naruto would have ended after this, I wouldn't have been upset. I would have been cool. If they had just time skipped, I would have been cool. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, the fact that Naruto figured out the Devil Pass weakness, that he has to wait 5 seconds before he could do Almighty Push, and finally put a Rasengan to his stomach, epic. And his conversation with Nagato afterwards, and then Konan believing in him and giving him that bouquet of paper flowers, iconic. But yeah, this fight lived up to the hype. It's all gas, no brakes. We love Naruto. He damn near wiped out. He damn near took out the Akatsuki single-handedly. I said damn near because we all know Obito was the only guy left, because Konan technically went rogue, even though she was still wearing the clouds. But anyway. But yeah, man. Shout out Naruto, man. You became the GOAT of the Hidden Leaf Village because of this. Yeah, man. And then last but not least, we should know what's number 1 for Dragon Ball Z, dog.
What is
You
it?
should already know.
What is it?
It's Goku versus Frieza. Reason why?
Yeah.
We all know Goku going Super Saiyan for the very first time is the most iconic moment in anime history. Especially after Frieza racist ass shot Piccolo, killed Vegeta, killed Krillin, and that set Goku off. You want to piss Goku off, you smoke Krillin. That'll set him off real bad. And because of that, Goku was giving Frieza the beats. And like, even after Frieza went 100% final form, Frieza still didn't stand no chance. You know what I'm saying? He might have gotten a couple of shots in and all that, or might have thought that Goku was out, but Goku was tanking everything that Frieza threw at him. And before you know it, Frieza's downfall was at his own hands, because he tried to do the Death Saucer, which is his own form of the Destructo Disc, and ended up cutting himself. And then after Goku tried to let him off easy, Frieza tried to kill him, and then Goku was like, "You fool!" and did the anger Kamehameha and smacked him. Now, if it wasn't for people getting Frieza's remains, Trunks wouldn't have had to embarrass him at the beginning of the Android saga. But hey, it is what it is. But yeah, plus Goku being Super Saiyan is a cultural stamp, because all the kids that watch this on Cartoon Network Toonami, we all wanted to be Super Saiyans because of that, man. Look, even in the video games where you see Goku Super Saiyan, we can't help but charge up with him. Super Saiyan is one of the staples of the Dragon Ball franchise, and I put that on the 4-star ball.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, man, let's recap. 5th place for all Naruto, top 5 Naruto fights. 5th, Itachi and Sasuke versus Kabuto. 4th, Rock Lee versus Gaara. 3rd, Naruto versus Sasuke in part 1. 2nd, Sasuke versus Itachi in part 2. And 1st, Naruto versus Pain. And top 5 for Dragon Ball Z: Vegeta versus Goku in Saiyan Saga.
Yep.
Goku and the rest of the Z fighters was Kid Buu for 4th place. 3rd place, Gohan versus Cell.
Yeah.
2nd place, Vegito versus Super Buu.
Yeah.
1st place, Goku versus Frieza. And with that being said, guys,
Yeah. All right, man. I'm gonna give y'all. I ain't gonna say my top 5, because my top 5 it's hard to make a top 5 for fights. But like, I can tell y'all this: the ones that Maverick didn't say for the Naruto side gotta be Kakashi versus Obito. Obito, is it Obito? Obito, yeah. I mispronounce names, okay? I mispronounce names, okay? I don't say names all the time, but Kakashi versus Obito, that's in my top 5 for sure. That's what I was like, damn, Maverick, you go put that one on there, dog. But I get it though. It's your list, bro. It's your list. But I fuck with that one heavy. Bro. And then for Dragon Ball, shit. No, I got it. For Dragon Ball, it's got to be Piccolo versus Android 17, bro. Piccolo, cause I'm gonna be real with you. I'm one of them niggas that fuck with Piccolo heavy, bro. So to see that fight, bro, good shit, okay, good shit. I'm always gonna ride with my nigga Piccolo, man. That's low key my favorite character in the whole Dragon Ball Z thing. I fuck with Piccolo heavy, bro. Even though sometimes he do stupid shit sometimes, but you know, writers. But anyways, though, that's just gonna about do it for this one, man. For sure. Everything else was on point, though. I can't really argue with Maverick List, bro. He everything was on point. Everything was on point. I would, me personally, for number 5, I would swap number 5 out for fucking Kakashi versus Obito. I would switch that one out. In my personal opinion, if it was my list, I would switch that one out. But everything else was on point, though. Everything else was on point. I don't know if I mean, from a consensus standpoint, I understand why some people wouldn't put Piccolo versus Android 17 in there. I completely understand it, but it is what it is, though. I got my own personal favorites. That's all I can say. But anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one. Shout out to the homie Maverick, man. Make sure y'all run the likes up, the views up, the comments up, subscribers up, and all that over there on his channel. And I will see you all in the next video. Till then, this is